Guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath.
And I'm Bree.
And in this video, we have brand new releases from Mill Creek Entertainment for your... to let you know about. Guys, we have Eureka, the complete series on Blu-ray. We have Neo Ultra Q, the complete series on Blu-ray. We have Becoming Evil, Mafia. Oh, Sonny, my boy. We have The British Invasion. This is a 5-documentary series about, or 5-documentary set about just some bands. Just some British people. Just some British bands like the Beatles.
Have you heard of the Rolling Stones?
John Lennon. John Lennon. More on that in just a second, but I feel like we have to start with Eureka, the complete series. This follows, it's like a 1-2 punch, because we got 12 monkeys last month, and now we have Eureka. Both of these like big sci-fi genre shows, big hits in the sci-fi community. This is a really cool package. As you can see, it's split into 2 halves. It's split. You know what?
It's split in half.
It's split into 2 halves, and we'll look at these in just a second. But I just wanted you to get a good look at the, one of the services that we can provide is we can show people we can let them lay eyes upon stuff that Amazon, like a product listing page can't necessarily do. So this is the complete series of Eureka. It is a 12-disc set. Each half of the series has unique artwork on the front and the back. That's the first part. This is discs 7 through 12. Let's compare and contrast. Let's see what the disc situation is. I've taken the shrink wrap off of this stuff, but I haven't really looked at a lot of it. So, I'm in the back half of the series. Let me start with the front half. Discs 1 through 6. Okay. Looks like every Blu-ray has its own dedicated tray and hub. I was going to say spindle. It's a tray and a hub. And they have their own little house. Everybody gets to live in their own little house. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes per disc. That's standard. That's that's what all the companies are. All the kids are doing that. But I want to call your attention to these blue arrows down here. You guys, we have special features. If you saw on the back of the box here, which I don't know that I'll let you see it enough, but bonus features include commentary tracks, deleted scenes, gag reels, webisodes, behind the scenes featurettes, and more. That is something that was discussed in our interview with Mill Creek Entertainment. If you have not seen our interview with Mill Creek Entertainment, where should they find that?
They can find it here.
Also in the description of this video, I'll put it there as well in case you don't get the pop-ups. Not everybody. Depends on what device you watch on. You don't always get the little pop-ups with the stuff. But we talked to Mill Creek Entertainment about special features, and they are bringing over, like 12 Monkeys has, as far as I know, every special feature that was produced for any previous edition for that, DVDs or single season sets of the Blu-rays. Everything got brought over.
Because you don't always get that.
You don't always get that. That's something that Mill Creek has only kind of recently started to delve further into. And here we have that as well. 30 Rock had a ton of special features. And since I don't think we've talked about this in a video, but the Inner Sanctum Mysteries with Lon Chaney Jr., there's a Universal series of like 40s chillers. They're fantastic. Horror fans love those. That's coming from Mill Creek, along with John Travolta in Battlefield Earth, a very controversial movie. But here's the thing. This is why I'm bringing this up. Both of those, the Inner Sanctum Mysteries and the John Travolta movie, Battlefield Earth, both feature brand new special features from Ballyhoo Motion Pictures, Daniel Griffith's company, who I love. He did like the Waterworld documentary for the Arrows Waterworld, and it's like... I feel like it's as good as the movie itself, the Waterworld movie. Like, he makes fantastic documentaries, and we're talking about like 70 minutes on each one of those things. So Mill Creek and special features, I'm just spreading the word. They have heard that people want special features.
They see you.
They see you. You've been seen. Do we need to look at I'm having a hard time balancing.
Juggling your
stuff. Stuff's just falling. I'm having a hard time juggling my stuff, Bree. Same situation. This is the disc 7 through 12. We have special features like all across all along the watchtower there. Okay, I'm
Looks good.
gonna store these back in there. There's a lot of slapping of discs. It's like so it's kind of like a jukebox. You guys, Neo Ultra Q. I'm super excited about this. This is, of course, the companion to Ultra Q, which is the first series in the Ultraman franchise. The Ultraman
universe.
This is falling out. Yeah.
Oh man.
Exactly. Man, I'm dropping stuff left and right.
Yep.
Okay. Neo Ultra Q. So the thing about Ultra Q is that there's no Ultraman. This predates Ultraman by one season, and some people think that kind of makes it like it's its own thing, and it doesn't really
doesn't fit.
Fit in with Ultraman. So they kind of skip it and they start with Ultraman.
Yeah.
Nay. Like so many of the monsters.
That's
from
a cool picture back there.
Absolutely. That is a Raygon? I think his name is Raygon. I'm still learning the names of all of them. Like, I know the monsters, but I'm still learning the names of all of them. Anyway, so many of the monsters from the entire... Like, I just finished Ultraman... I did Ultraman X, Ultraman G'd, modern Ultraman, still drawing from the same monsters that were introduced in Ultra Q. So... This, and here's the thing, it was a one-season show, because all of Ultraman is like one season, and then they move on to another main hero or whatever. This, like Doctor Who. It's a lot, thank you.
And modern Doctor Who draws for monsters from classic Doctor Who.
Exactly. Like the Cybermen were introduced 50-something years ago. Ultraman does the same thing. And so this is Neo Ultra Q, which is like 50 years later. I want to say this is 20, the year's not on here. It's like... It's our era. It's modern era. I think it's from like 5 or 6 years ago. But it's like, what if there was a second season of Ultra Q? And that's what this is with modern. You know how much I love the modern Ultraman stuff with all the special effects and everything. Like it's like well, they used to just like blow somebody up. Now they like send them through a rainbow, and then they like split them into 6 pieces, and then they send those pieces into space, and then they drag the pieces back and they explode. I mean, it's like
of course
crazy over the top. And so this is like modern budgets, modern special effects with the Ultra Q team. It's the same characters, but like... Look, created as the second season of the fan favorite Ultra Q, this 12-episode series tells the story of 3 brave friends who risk their lives investigating bizarre monster appearances, strange ecological catastrophes, and paranormal events. That's another thing I really like about the Ultraman. Like, as you watch Ultraman, balance is so much of the theme. Balance with nature, balance with animals, balance with your surroundings, and the stuff that happens.
That's a really important part of...
I thought you might.
A lot of Asian cultures.
It should be an important part of all of our culture, right? Is living in balance with what's like your ecosystem. So the monster's always like so often it's like, well, this is out of balance, and now nature fights back. Yeah, it's like Twister or something like that. But I'm super excited about this. This is probably going to be the first thing that you see a review for here, because of course this is not a review. This is just like this is an awareness.
Check this out.
Yeah. Hey, check this out, you guys. But this is only because it's a 12-episode series. It's 4 hours and 55 minutes, and I'm going to knock like I'm going to start this today. Yeah. I'm really excited about this. So let's go over to Becoming Evil. That's actually I think this is the second. Here's the previous one, the serial killers of Becoming Evil.
I like how the packages look together.
Yes.
And the back too.
There's been more solicited since then. I think there's 2 more installments coming. I want to say it's October. But they're definitely continuing to flesh out the Becoming Evil line. And it's basically, it's your kind of a thing more than it's my kind of a thing. But, like, you're into, like how do they break bad, man? Like, how do these people turn evil? So with serial killers, it was, of course, about how people become serial killers. This is about how the Mafia kind of, I want to be careful. I don't want to make any Mafia people mad.
Just say it's about the Mafia.
It's about the Mafia becoming evil. And so 15 hours, I believe. Yeah, 15 hours and 1 minute. They're going to cover Bugsy Siegel, Babyface Nelson, Al Capone, Lucky Luciano. I'm betting that there's a lot of Vegas stuff in here because, of course, the story of the Mafia is synonymous with, well, like Prohibition and then Vegas.
Yeah.
The discs, I think there's 4 of them. How many does it say?
Stacked?
4 discs. They are stacked. So just FYI. Oh, look. Vegas, the city the mob made. Yep. Disc 1, episodes 1 through 5. Very cool. Oh, hold up. Moonshine and the Dixie Mafia. And Gangster Empire. So that actually tells us a lot about what's on here. Gangster Empire, Rise of the Mob. And then Moonshine and the Dixie Mafia. 3 episodes. The Southern Mob. Do we need to be worried about the Southern Mob? I wasn't.
I don't know.
Now I am. Vegas, the city the mob made. Disc 1 and Disc 2. Actually, I have Vegas, the city the mob made.
Oh.
Already. I watched it. There was something Serial at Midnight related that was going to be Vegas centric, and it's been put on hiatus for now.
Yeah.
But I was doing a lot of research. All right, so that's Becoming Evil. Mafia. And then, last but certainly not least, is the British are coming. Well, this says the British are coming back here. It's the British Invasion. The 5 documentaries about some of my favorite bands. You guys, we have the Beatles, A Long and Winding Road, Inside John Lennon, Brian Epstein, Brian Epstein, Inside the Fifth Beatle, The Who, The Vegas Job, and the Rolling Stones, Just for the Record. Now, as a true stories, interviews, and performances from the bands that shaped modern music. These are, like I said, some of my favorite bands. And I've never seen any of these documentaries, but this is also going to be super high on my priority list because those who know Serial at Midnight know, this is my jam, right? This is they were like, hey, Heath, could we design a DVD series of music documentaries for you, right?
Yep, that's it.
That's it, right? So digital code for Mafia and for this one as well. Also, stacked discs. I think this is a 3-disc set. Yeah. Let's see if they have any. Okay, they all look the same.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Brian Epstein, the Fifth Beatle. It's Epstein. Brian was a beautiful guy. Channeling interviews that I've heard with John Lennon. All right. Oh, The Who, The Vegas Job. So there's 3 of those on that one. The Rolling Stones, Just for the Record. Oh, man, look. The Rolling Stones, Just for the Record, is broken into the 60s, the 70s, the 80s,
wow.
the 90s, and the 2000s. Yeah. And then the Beatles, A Long and Winding Road. Oh, look. There Are Places I Remember, 1940 to 1958. 1 and 1 and 1 is 3, 1958 to 1960. Hamburg and Hal Epstein, 1960 to 1962. Beatlemania, 1963 to 1966. And Love, Litigation, and Let It Be, 1967 to present. Man, I'm excited about this. I'm curious to see if it's going to... It says, the music and the interviews and stuff. I'm wondering how much actual performances and music is going to be on here, because I think most of these are unofficial or unauthorized.
Right,
you know what I mean? I don't think that
they didn't work with any of the band members.
Yeah, I don't think Paul McCartney's well, they made a documentary about us, and I was like, just go ahead, go ahead and use my songs in it. Just use my songs. And then Ringo, what would Ringo be like? Ringo would be like,
I can't say what Ringo would say.
Ringo would use profanity.
He would,
yeah.
I mean, not extreme profanity.
No.
He has a phrase he always says.
In the Beatles anthology, he says something several times.
Lots of times.
Yeah. All right, guys. So this is, let me get everything back here for one final peek. This is, I feel like Eureka should be on top. This is Mill Creek Entertainment August releases. I will put pre-order links, or really just order purchase links in the description of this video, so you don't have to go hunting anywhere. And of course, any purchase that you make
really
through.
Nice of you.
Well, here's the other part that I was gonna say. Any purchase link any link that I put up, if you click through that link, you are helping Serial at Midnight, because we get a little bit of that to put towards the channel. I mean, it's 3% or something. It depends. It varies, but it's very small. But it adds up, and we do appreciate it. So use our links. Support Serial at Midnight. Support Mill Creek Entertainment with these cool releases. And I would watch, like I say, Neo Ultra Q. Probably a review coming very soon, and I would even say this, probably coming very soon. I've got a Music Palooza video in the immediate pipeline. All about music, and this is a perfect opportunity to cover this. So, guys, thanks so much for hanging out, talking about Mill Creek Entertainment's Clear.
What?
Just
Are you reviving Mill Creek?
No.
I was like, what is that? What do you?
I just felt like I needed to. I was just doing this, and I was just like, well, what do I do? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Until next time, we will catch you later. Clear.